They were all wrong about Kansas City Chiefs. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs are heading to the AFC Championship game following a 23-14 win over the Houston Texans. The Chiefs punched their ticket to their 7th consecutive AFC Championship game and will now await the winner of a matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and Buffalo Bills to find out their next opponent. Following the win over the Texans, Mahomes took to social media to share a few photos from the game while sending a clear message on the Chiefs' road ahead. Mahomes finished the win over the Texans with 1 passing touchdown and 177 yards, completing 16 of 25 attempts. He helped the offense produce 212 total yards and 14 first down conversions. The Chiefs struggled to find offensive consistency, but experience played into the hands of Mahomes, helping Kansas City seal the victory with 10 points in the fourth quarter. Heading into the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, the Chiefs had the second highest odds of winning the Super Bowl, behind the Detroit Lions. The final score represented a 9-point advantage, but the game was close throughout much of the contest. The tipping point took place early in the fourth quarter when the Chiefs were leading by just 1 point and facing a third down in the red zone. Rather than settle for a field goal, quarterback Patrick Mahomes was in the grasp of a Texans pass rusher when he fired an 11-yard touchdown pass to Kelce. Mahomes was being tackled forward as he let go of the ball, and in what turned out to be yet another miraculous play by Mahomes, the touchdown extended Kansas City's lead to 8 points. "That touchdown was unbelievable," said head coach Andy Reid. "That was incredible for Patrick to be able to get his body in position to make that throw. I thought it was great." Houston, which compiled a 15-play, 82-yard touchdown series that ate up more than 10 minutes of clock on its drive preceding Mahomes' touchdown throw, netted just 14 yards across its next 2 drives. Kansas City then added a field goal following the latter Texans series, effectively putting the game away. Mahomes completed 16 of 25 passes for 177 yards and a touchdown in the game, leading the Chiefs to his 16th career postseason victory as a starting quarterback. Those 16 wins are tied with Joe Montana for the second most in NFL postseason history, trailing only Tom Brady. "This is unreal. And I tell the fans the same thing," Reid said. "We are very lucky to have him here. The stuff he's doing just doesn't happen. And that's why he's the greatest at doing what he's done in a relatively young career here." Mahomes' favorite target throughout the night was Kelce, whose performance marked his 9th career playoff game with at least 100 receiving yards. The outing broke a tie with Jerry Rice for the most such games in NFL postseason history. "People say that big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that's just how simple it is," Mahomes said. "He's one of those guys. He doesn't let the moment be bigger than what it is. He just goes out there and executes at a high level just like he does in the regular season. He just does that at a little bit higher intensity in the playoffs." The first story will talk about how Patrick Mahomes is chasing history in multiple ways during the current NFL season. As the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champions, he finds himself only 3 wins away from an unprecedented Super Bowl three-peat. This would solidify the Chiefs' dynasty and place Mahomes alongside the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Achieving this feat would elevate his legacy even further, showcasing his ability to maintain excellence and consistency in the most critical moments. In addition to this, Mahomes is also aiming to surpass Tom Brady's legendary record of 7 Super Bowl victories. A triumph in this year's Super Bowl would bring Mahomes to 4 rings at the age of 29, narrowing the gap between him and the New England Patriots icon, who has dominated the league for 2 decades. Mahomes' pursuit of Brady's record has sparked considerable debate. with many analysts wondering whether the young star can surpass the record before his career winds down. Brady's dominance in the postseason, particularly his unmatched longevity, has set a high bar for Mahomes, who still has the prime years of his career ahead of him. However, before Mahomes can turn his attention to breaking records, he and the 15-2 Chiefs must first overcome the Houston Texans in the upcoming divisional round. The Chiefs, who earned the top seed in the AFC, had the advantage of sitting out last weekend's wild card round. In contrast, the Texans advanced by defeating the Los Angeles Chargers 32-12, setting up a matchup with Kansas City. Despite the Texans' strong performance in the wildcard game, the Chiefs are overwhelming favorites to secure a victory. Should they proceed to the AFC Championship game, Mahomes will continue an impressive 14-year streak shared with Brady, wherein every AFC title game since 2011 has featured either Brady's Patriots or Mahomes' Chiefs. This enduring dominance began in 2011 when the Patriots triumphed over the Ravens, followed by Baltimore's revenge the following year. From 2013 to 2018, Brady and the Patriots consistently reached the AFC Championship, facing teams such as the Broncos, Colts, Steelers, and Jaguars. The only exceptions during this run were the losses to Denver in 2013 and 2015. Following Brady's victory over Mahomes in 2018, it has been all Chiefs, with Andy Reid's team making the AFC Championship game every year since. The Chiefs clinched wins against the Titans in 2019, the Bills in 2020, but were defeated by the Bengals in 2021. One of only 3 playoff losses for Mahomes, the other being to Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55. Kansas City bounced back in 2022, defeating the Bengals and later the Ravens, continuing their dominance in the AFC. If the Chiefs manage to beat the Texans on Saturday, they will extend the Brady-Mahomes stranglehold on the AFC Championship game into its 14th season, cementing their legacy as one of the most dominant teams in NFL history. Mahomes' success in the divisional round has been particularly noteworthy since he became the Chiefs' starting quarterback in 2018. He remains undefeated in divisional games with a perfect 6-0 record. Over these games, Mahomes has completed 70.4% of his passes, thrown for 1,813 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions with an impressive passer rating of 115.8. Adding a third Super Bowl victory would put him in rare company, with only a handful of quarterbacks in NFL history ever having won 3 championships. This historic pursuit has added another layer of intrigue to the Chiefs' playoff run, and with Mahomes at the helm, expectations are at an all-time high for what the team can achieve this postseason. As Mahomes continues to break records and lead his team through the most challenging stages of the season, it is clear that his legacy is being written in real time. His drive to chase down Brady's record will only add fuel to the fire, with fans, analysts, and football historians eagerly watching every step of his career trajectory. Mahomes' relentless pursuit of greatness has already transformed him into one of the NFL's all-time greats, and a third consecutive Super Bowl championship could cement his place in history as one of the best to ever play the game. In the second story, Kansas City Chiefs superstars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce continue to make waves both on and off the field, with recent accomplishments and heartfelt gestures that reflect their leadership, impact, and camaraderie. Their milestones are not only breaking records but also touching lives beyond the football field, demonstrating what it truly means to be role models in the world of sports. At just 29 years old, Mahomes is chasing history in multiple ways this NFL season, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. As the leader of the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champions, Mahomes is just 3 wins away from achieving an unprecedented Super Bowl three-peat. This would make Mahomes the first quarterback in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls, a remarkable feat that could solidify his place in history. Additionally, Mahomes is eyeing another monumental achievement, surpassing the legendary Tom Brady's record of 7 Super Bowl titles. A victory in this year's Super Bowl would bring Mahomes to 4 titles at the tender age of 29, cutting the gap between him and Brady, the most decorated quarterback in NFL history. Despite the intense pressure that comes with the pursuit of greatness, Mahomes remains focused and grounded. The quarterback's commitment to his team is clear, and his resilience is evident as he leads the Chiefs through yet another successful playoff run. However, Mahomes' journey to success isn't just confined to the football field. Recently, Mahomes celebrated a significant personal milestone: the birth of his 3rd child, a baby girl named Golden Ray, with his partner Brittany. The timing of the birth, which occurred during the playoff season, could have posed a challenge for many athletes, but Mahomes managed to balance his family life and his professional responsibilities with grace.